Just imagine, no stores, no clothing factories, no needle and thread, yet 10,000 years ago, humans survived freezing blizzards and ice age cold. How? The answer lies in the thing wrapped around their bodies, the thing we today call clothing. But it looked nothing like what we wear now. No cotton, no polyester, just animal hide, bones, and raw human grit. Today, we're going 10,000 years back in time to find out exactly what people wore. And honestly, the answer is going to surprise you. When did the first clothing appear? So when exactly did humans start wearing clothes? Scientists don't have a direct answer because leather and hide decompose into the soil within a few thousand years. So how did they figure it out? The answer is lice. Yes, really, head lice and body clothing lice are actually two separate species. Scientists studied their DNA and found that clothing lice split off as their own species somewhere between 83,000 and 170,000 years ago. That tells us humans had already started wrapping something around their bodies by then. And what about sewing? A culture that existed in France around 19,000 BC left behind handmade bone needles. That means by 10,000 years ago, humans weren't just draping hides over themselves, they'd already learned to stitch them together. How was clothing actually made? Now picture this, making clothes with no machines at all. The entire process was pure hard work and patience. After a hunt, the animal hide was dried out. Then stone tools were used to scrape off any remaining flesh and fat. After that, the hide was worked, rubbed, and softened by hand, because raw hide straight off the animal was stiff and heavy. For sewing, sharp-pointed tools called awls were used to punch small holes into the hide. Then animal sinew, basically tendon, was used as thread to stitch the pieces together. It's believed that the very first sewn garment was a simple tunic, two rectangular pieces of hide, joined on one side with a hole left in the middle for the head. That basic design became the foundation of human clothing for thousands of years that followed. Ötzi the Iceman, living proof. Now let's talk about the one person who gave us the most solid answer to this entire mystery. Ötzi, also known as the Iceman. In 1991, a mummy was discovered under the ice in the Alps, dating back roughly 5,300 years, and remarkably, his clothing had survived almost completely intact. Ötzi wore a warm coat made from sheepskin, stitched together from several hides of different colors. Below that were leggings made of goat hide, running from his ankles up to his thighs. There was nothing like pants, just a simple loincloth and the leggings. His shoes were made from the hide of 3 different animals, bear, deer, and calf, and stuffed with hay on the inside to keep his feet warm. On his head sat a hat made of bear fur, held in place with leather straps tied under the chin. In other words, one single person's outfit used the hides of 6 different animals and 17 different types of plants and wood. This wasn't just protection from the cold, it was an entire feat of engineering. Every region had its own style. Here's the interesting part. What people wore depended heavily on the climate and resources available where they lived. In colder regions like Europe and Siberia, people wore thick fur hides to shield themselves from icy winds. In warmer regions like parts of Africa, clothing wasn't as necessary. People often wore simple loincloths and covered their skin with mud or ash, which helped protect against the sun and insects. In Oregon, USA, bark sandals dating back roughly 9,000 to 10,000 years were discovered, simple shoes made from tree bark, likely designed to suit that region's warm, dry climate. So even 10,000 years ago, fashion wasn't just about necessity, it was a reflection of geography itself, just survival or something more. And here's where things take an interesting turn. Archaeologists haven't just found clothing at these ancient sites, they've also found shell beads and jewelry. And that tells us something important. Humans weren't just dressing to survive the cold, they were dressing to look good too. Which means even 10,000 years ago, that same feeling we all carry today, the desire to look good, already existed in the human mind. So next time you open your closet, remember this. The story behind your jacket and your shoes actually goes back thousands of years, starting with nothing more than a piece of hide and a bone needle. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video with another fascinating story.